Yo, 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 yo,
There
yo.
we go. Can y'all hear us? Hey, what's up, Gio?
Oh, yeah, I hear Joe saying yo.
What's up, Gio? I'm about to sponsor Gio,
Gio.
for our tournaments, bro.
I'm about to not sponsor Gio.
I'm about to sponsor Gio.
Hey, Gio won the last one at our locals. Congrats.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What were you playing, Gio? What were you playing? What'd you win with?
Clinkbrid.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
Clinkbrid?
was Clink hybrid.
Clybrids?
Fibrid.
Yeah, red.
Clybrids.
Red
bro.
hybrid.
Clybrids, bro.
Clybrids, dude.
Uh,
Well, guys, as you know, this is the EX-08 tier list, and we would have had this out sooner, but we're not ones to be like, oh, we gotta rush out content. You know, that's not our swag right there. Kids still say swag. I don't know. Fuck it. You got Arcane, Kaze, and Red Joe. It's just us three for now. Apparently, the Clink himself, Mr. Black Ace X21, is not at his computer, which is interesting.
But he's playing Marvel Rivals, so I don't believe him.
He's actually playing Master Duel.
oh.
I wasn't trying to out him like that.
Oh, I was.
I was gonna say, dang, he's one heck of a Marvel Rivals player to play it on mobile.
I swear to God. So, I feel like I have to explain the how the tiers work. I was reading what the
Really?
Black Ace was saying. I feel like I have to explain how the tiers work. We have some things to discuss really quick. The other day, or the other tier list, I should say, a man got upset at us in the comments. His comment got like 23 upvotes or something like that. Or what the fuck are they called? Thumbs up? I don't even know. Is upvotes the thing they use on Reddit? I think it is.
I have no idea, bro.
Anyway, he got 23 thumbs of some sort. And they were explaining how they were upset at the Keep It at Locals tier. They said something along the lines of it. They felt it was be meaning to the decks and
Well, guess
some
what?
other shit.
Go to locals and play your deck because we're leaving it that way.
So I decided to keep it because
Fuck it.
fuck it. Like, honestly,
I was about
fuck
to
it.
say, it's not an
What do you
offense of
mean?
any locals or anything. It's just a matter of, hey, this is the best area it'll do best at, you know?
Yeah,
like,
that's it.
It's just these upper tiers they do best. They'll do the better at regionals and things like that, and semi-regionals.
And the thing is, we never said anything at Keep It at Locals can't beat anything above it. That's the thing.
Look, Digimon is straight up a boxing match
Yeah,
right
like-
now. There's a lot of shit that just boxes.
Yeah, man. We saw Pulse fucking win at one of our hardest regionals, not regionals, hardest locals in our area last week.
I love Pulse. I don't like if y'all fake Pulse people. I'm telling y'all.
And we put Pulse at Keep It at Locals, and it won at Locals. Look at that.
Yeah, it's basically, just think about it like competitive tiers. That's all. It's like you start at locals, you know, you go to any semi-locals or things like that, maybe Ultimate Cups and Evo Cups. Then there's regionals, then there's nationals, then there's worlds. That's just think about it in that context, not us trying to insult your locals or anything like that. We know locals could be sweaty, don't take it too seriously. It's a tier list, it's just supposed to be fun.
Yeah, it's supposed to
all
be
good.
fun, bro. Like, we're just some guys on the internet trying to have a good time. But now that preamble's out the way, 2.5 waiting room, as it says, it's the deck's not done. Playable.
It's me. I'm in 2.5 waiting room.
I think we're all in 2.5 waiting room.
Me and Zepha down there hanging out.
Dog, that new
it.
Ghost 6, bro, is
He's
crazy.
so cool.
He's so cool.
That chapter was really cool. We should just read Liberator. We should just read Liberator to start this.
Oh,
No, we'll stick for the people who stick around. We might do that,
Yeah, why not? I'm down for that. Shit, I'm down for
You could binge real quick. Liberator's really good.
Liberator's pretty sick. I read the first
Liberator
chapter.
saved Digimon.
It did. It honestly did.
Yeah.
So
Alright, what else
playable.
happened?
Yeah, playable is just like the deck is good, but not as good as some of the other 2 tiers above it, but not bad enough to be just at locals. I would say no deck here is really bad, except like maybe Satcon, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Or Club Masty.
Or Club Masty is really bad. Competitive is like the not quite it's the most fun bracket of Digimon in my opinion. Honestly, competitive
That's
is where
where
you get.
everything just boxes. That is
That's the
actual
most.
boxing
Yeah, that's the
tournament
most
is
like
competitive.
boxing tier you can have, and highly competitive is the sweaty, no fun mirage
That's
shit.
where you get angry and
Yeah,
you disconnect.
yeah, that's where you get angry and disconnect. So that's the tiers basically. We're gonna get started with SetCon, and we're gonna keep it at locals. Honestly, like SetCon is just what is the word I'm looking for? SetCon is just have been falling off. It's not nearly as good with like Red Hybrid, Mirage. So many decks.
I feel like it's just also SetCon's such a situational thing. Like it can fuck up some things, and then it literally like it's a player thing because it's all situational.
Yeah, I think the variations of like other decks that are proper control decks that can do a better impression of SetCon are better than it. Like I was fighting like someone who was running Lucamon, and they were running like a Lucamon control package, and I was like, yeah, this is actually a lot more threatening than SetCon. You could actually do damage, keep the game moving, and just actually threaten their boards outside of fling security and step on a land.
Because SetCon's mainly a reaction deck. That's the other problem.
Exactly. Yeah.
And if you don't have anything to react to, then
it's so weird. And then the thing is, back then when they didn't have anything to react to, they would just heal. But now since they took out most of their stuff to heal, they're past a lot of the times with just a tamer or something not doing anything. So I think keeping it locals is where it belongs.
I would say to its credit, maybe it's at the top of keep it at locals because like it's still a pub stompy deck. Like new players still probably fold at it, but that's about it.
Oh,
I mean, you can fold at it. Period. If you get behind it all,
if you don't try your answer to SetCon, you know.
Your best time to beat SetCon is like the first 4 turns. Like
you gotta go.
Yeah.
You just go aggro.
Yeah, you just go aggro. You just beat the shit out of them. I would say next is Alt Force here. Alt Force is pretty playable.
All force.
All Force.
There you go.
All Force Vidramon. There you go.
Playable is fair.
Yeah, playable. It's just it needs more support.
Yeah, playable.
Yeah, it needs more support.
I think it just needs. I think what they need is like updated tamer.
A memory set arena would be fun. Honestly,
I think they need updated tamer stuff because don't they just spam them? So like I think they need
do.
some new. They need something new.
Definitely.
I feel like they have all the unsuspend they need. I think they just need a new gimmick with a tamer. Personally, I don't think support's necessarily their issue.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it's just. I think they need just a new gimmick. Like they need something that just pairs with what they already have.
They need more, not more support, but like a better...
I don't really think they need a whole line because
Right,
a lot of the what happens with Vmon shit is it gets convoluted into all the other Vmon shit.
Right.
So I don't necessarily think I think they need like two to three max. I think they might need a tamer, an option, and maybe a new O Force or maybe like a Vidra, the O Force, just the Vidramon, and like a new champion. But
it needs
I
something.
don't know.
It needs something.
That's why I think a tamer. I personally think they need another arena.
A new arena would be nice. Maybe arena that like on play does something. Maybe even a search would be kind of nice. And then when you suspend her, you gain a memory or something. That'd be kind of cool.
That's what I mean. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
They need, and that's why I don't think they need a whole line. They need something just very like that, where it just goes straight into the deck as a 3 or a 4 of, and it's boom.
It's like
they
Bloom,
need like
right?
arena promo or something.
It's like Bloom, right? It's still good, but it's just like so far behind on support that it kind of still struggles, just because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think giving them a whole new line solves their issue, personally.
And Bloom, if you're wondering, because it's not on this list, sadly, Bloom will be unplayable, bro. Bloom is good, but like I would say it's like the higher end of playable, but like it's just.
I feel like Bugs is just so much better right now.
It is better.
Yeah.
We need more plants. Bloom is good. It can still run you over, but like.
I was gonna say, I find the funny thing about Bloom is that I think it's probably stronger if you run it mostly Hydramon or mostly Quantumon, right?
Yeah.
I
do 4 Bloom, 2 Quantum, 2 Hydra, a Quartz in the Imperialdramon. That's my line.
Oh,
I know that's
Paladin
pretty
Ace.
top. Yeah, I know that's pretty top heavy, but you need that Paladin Ace.
Oh, what, Ace?
Yeah, Paladin Ace.
Yeah. I think
Black War Gray. No. Black War Gray's fucking great. Honestly, Black War Gray's amazing.
Yeah, I would just put it somewhere in competitive.
Definitely.
Same. Yeah,
it just stands there in boxes.
Exactly. And then of course with like 2.5 coming up, I feel like it's really only ever gonna get nerfed by like new toy syndrome in recent Digimon. And if they
Greymon's at a
Greymon
weird
X,
point.
crazy.
Both versions of Greymon are at a weird point because like they have done nothing to change how those decks operate since BT9 or BT11 for Black or Gray's standpoint. But like literally like not much other than Agu can kind of warp and rush you. You have the Agumon kind of shit, but really the Greymon decks are the exact same as basically when they came out.
That's fucking wild. Yeah, that is true.
That's the same. They're just the same. They do the same thing. Nothing's changed. They might have a few different aces or tech pieces, but they literally almost do the exact same thing since they've been released.
I think,
which honestly bodes good for them because I like that their strategies kind of stay the same. And don't do all these variations, but I feel like the Greymon decks just, I don't know what they do to fix that.
I think honestly Black War Gray is the better of the two. Greymon definitely got like a
Black War Gray has the better widespread matchup to the meta.
Yeah.
War Gray will just stand up and home run hit if you let it. It'll just home run hit. You'll definitely be like, damn, did you just swing 4 security unsuspend, swing again? Omni-Me? Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's funny because you can you're not forced to use one type of memory boost anymore because you have Garnet Mem Boost now. So if you want to run the red Greymon X and still run like something else, it's like you could do that now. And then Scrambles only made it more consistent, so you could get your Greymon X back, the one of. So I mean, yeah, I think it's solid 1.5 right now.
Just take your playing a red deck with a grain of brick.
All right, and I just want to say this: Scramble saved Digimon.
Yes and no.
It's interesting. I Scramble saved Digimon, bro. I needed to get pieces back. Fuck yeah, I needed to get pieces back, bro. like dead ass. That's why Bloom was never like super up there.
I still kind of like trainings more than I like Scramble.
No, just the fact that you could get shit back saved the game.
Outside of purple, right?
Just outside of purple, every deck needed a way
I'll
to
do that.
Something
Scrambles
back.
are good.
Yeah, everybody.
But I mean, we said the same thing about Boost when they initially came out. So if we're gonna say that about every net,
and then the next thing they make, I'm gonna say that saved the game too.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna get like some type of 2 or 3 cost thing that's gonna do something that only one.
Scrambles do feel like the first like 2 of in every deck though.
Yeah, I wouldn't put no more than 2 or 3. 4 Scrambles is just kind of like.
You're not. There's no way you're using that efficiently. I'm gonna be honest. As much as you want.
Unless there's a specific combo, because I do remember like East video when he was saying that you can rubber band your turns kind of with like Dark Imperial or Birds. I can see it.
I mean, it depends. It depends on what you're doing. Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, I agree with you guys. 2 for each deck is good.
Really quick, can chat hear the music at all? Because I can't hear it. Can you hear it in the stream?
It's faint.
It's faint.
It's like in the background for me. Yeah. I like the original.
I can kind of hear it. Yeah.
Okay. I can't hear it. For
yeah.
So, anyway,
original volume was a little better. It kind of sounds a little too loud now. I think. All right,
there we go. All right, I'm sorry. Sorry to derail. Okay. Yeah. I don't know who's using Scrambles 4 times in a game. I use 1, and I feel like that's enough. Honestly, I don't know. I don't feel
give or take. I mean, give or take the situation. Yeah, Scrambles are good, but they're like I've found myself multiple times. I'm just gonna scramble. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, I just am trying to get this shit back next turn.
Dog, the best time literally the best time I scrambled, bro, is when they swung like a rookie at my security. I had a scramble out and they hit a searcher rookie, and then I scrambled the fucking bro. Oh my god, dude, that's so.
They
good.
Set you up.
They set me up. Yeah, they set me up.
You was out here dreaming of something like that, and they did it for you.
They did it for me. They finally did it for me. And also, scrambles could get back some of the floodgates too. That's what I think a lot of people are like forgetting. A lot of floodgates
are coming back.
I like the scramble with that new purple Agu.
It's pretty good. So We got, what is this? Royal Knights here. Royal Knights is in
Oh, the waiting room?
Yeah, waiting room, dude. That new support, that new cool boy, all that looks so fucking good.
Yeah, I
New
guess
Omega
waiting room
yeah.
for sure. Because you get the cool boy Omega.
Yeah. Maybe
Look
it'll
at
do
us.
something.
We got
I mean, the thing is, Knights only gets more consistent each set now.
Yeah, but I feel like
So.
7 Great Demon Lords is just better, honestly.
Yeah, because imagine effects like Digivolve are better.
Yeah, I know, right? Rush and Digivolve better effects, insane.
Rush, Digivolve, and trashing to get yourself to what you need to. Wow, shocking. Those are better.
like, I can Digivolve and you can't. Wonder how that's gonna go.
That's what really killed that fucking.
I mean, that's where I think the Omega is going to be nasty for Royal Knights when it comes out.
That Omega is stupid, dude. We got Mirage here. We're not going to spend a lot of time on Mirage. It's just going to go up there. Debatably the best deck
for each tier.
Look at
right
that,
out the gate.
Yeah, that's kind of cool actually. Like, that's
Mirage
cool.
is definitely highly competitive.
I don't know. It's either the best deck or up there for best deck, depending on who you talk to. This deck is. I don't need to explain how Mirage works. We all seen it.
Yeah. Go watch any of our last 4 tier list videos if you want to know why it's crazy.
Yeah, honestly, bro. We got. This is Yellow Vaccine.
Just look up BT11 Mirage.
Yeah, look up BT11 Mirage and ask Bandai to hit it. We got Angels right here.
This is
not Angels.
Yellow
My bad. Yellow Vaccine. Yeah, Angels is later. It's good. I really think that hit to.
I feel like it fell off. I put it at the bottom of 1.5.
Yeah, that's fair. That hit to Awakening of the Golden Digizord or whatever that card is. Awakening of the Golden Knight kind of slowed that deck down. Because now they don't play any of like the armor stuff like that anymore. They play.
It's too expensive.
It's very expensive, and to get into it is not as consistent. So a lot of people just play. They just switch to Blue Magna for the most part.
You're welcome. Good choice, guys.
Yeah, right. Which kind of is like sucks, but what can you do? I remember on the last.
That's Commandramon next.
Yeah, that's Commandramon.
Keep it at local.
All right. Keep it at local. Okay, yeah. A guy on our tier list video was like, "Where's Commandramon?" So to that one dude, there you go. Commandramon's at keep it at locals.
Really cool deck. I feel like it just doesn't know what it wants to do anymore.
Bro, Commandramon went from like being a rush down deck to
it was the number one rookie rush.
Yeah, it was the number one rookie rush deck to being like a defensive deck.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's so weird. You can still play the rookie rush version, but you're gonna.
There's so many aces now that kind of eat that. There's a lot of defensive shit that eats that.
Exactly.
There's so many Crimson Blaze that.
Crimson Blaze.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot harder to do.
Run into any ruin mode. Guess what? You're not doing. You're not Commandramoning.
You're not Commandramoning, honestly, bro. So yeah, it's just a lot against Commandramon. Beautiful. Fucking awesome deck though. Like honestly, the Commandramon design is so fucking sick, dude.
I do love Commandramon.
It's just so cool. Leviamon. This
is
just
highly competitive.
Yeah, Leviamon.
I would put it in competitive.
Like
purple's nasty right now.
Who would have thought? A card that says when your opponent would special summon a monster or whatever, it gets sniped, and then I get a fucking 13.
And then I get a boss out. Yeah. 2 check. Yeah.
Literally, like what the fuck, dude? It's so good. Card fight.
I put it at the bottom of highly competitive though, because you have to have a purple brain for that.
Yeah,
it's like
go ahead.
Playing that Biting Crush at the wrong time and giving, possibly 8 memory can literally lose you a game.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Kaze, go ahead.
Yeah, because I was going to say, Leviamon feels more like it's highly competitive in Demon Lords than it does its own deck. I'm not going to lie. Like, I feel like Leviamon might be, like, top of 1.5.
Oh, that's what I meant. Not tier 1.
Yeah.
I meant down 1.
Yeah,
I meant 1.
It's, like, top of 1.5. Or, like, near the top of 1.5.
I didn't realize you dragged it all the way up top.
Demon Lords is definitely going to, I guess, spoiler alert, we're probably going to put that in tier 1. Because
tier 1 is definitely Demon Lords. But I think
Leviamon
is in a very healthy spot right now.
Yeah.
It is. Yep.
And
especially just Biting Crush,
Our other Drake who's really fucking it up in Flesh and Blood right now, Mr. Card Fight King, go check out his channel, was asking why Leviamon is better now, but it wasn't better when it came out. When it wasn't good when it came out. We didn't have Levia X and 7th Lightning out yet, and also there was a lot fewer decks that were playing things by effect then as well.
Well, you didn't have the Demon Lords, right? You just didn't have the Demon Lord deck.
Demon Lord, yeah, you didn't have the Demon Lord deck. Hybrids wasn't out, because now that Hybrids is out, Levia is insane. Because
you now have 3 Levias.
Exactly.
You have the Demon Lord Levia, you have the X Levia, and the original Levia. So you have the deck works now.
The deck works, and then now it triggers when you swing at security and you hit a tamer and it plays it. That triggers fucking Levia X.
Yeah, disgusting.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Not to mention, it came out the same set as Anubismon, so Leviamon as a card was more so like, oh look,
it was tech.
It
was a tech edition. Now it's the deck. Yeah,
exactly.
We got Phoenixmon. Me, Red Joe, and Arcane Kaze have been saying for a long time that Birds is.
I'd put it at the bottom of competitive. Yeah, because it's a pilot deck. You got to do everything right, and it's kind of a timing deck. Because things can just kind of go wrong.
Oh
yeah. But if you get that perfect setup, bro, oh my god.
Oh, look, it's 7 turns. It needs 7.
It needs 7 turns. Dude.
7 turns. No, like even in I forget what the tournament was, but like Birds just like won some major tournament, and the way they were playing it, spamming the board out, giving everything rush, just a bunch of Phoenix X's swinging at security. It's definitely one of those decks that could also run more than 2 scrambles if you know what you're doing and just go on.
I don't think it needs more than 2 scrambles though.
It doesn't, but you can use more than 2 scrambles if you want to, and then give everything rush. And then unsuspend all your tamers, and then basically start from 3 or higher with a stack already established. Because of, I think, Yu-Gi-Oh!
I think because Yu-Gi-Oh! I swear to God, dude.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Is that Imperial mix?
Yeah, that is Imperial. I put Imperial on there.
Just tier 1.5 somewhere. You could put it up 1 higher if you want, but I just put it somewhere right around Levia.
I mean, I think I would say probably Belchmon's probably the thing gatekeeping tier 1 right now, right? Like it would be the bottom of tier 1, I think.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. You could go the top of 1.5 or the bottom of 1. It's just somewhere right there.
I say the bottom of 1, dude, because like Imperial will still wreck fucking a person.
Most popular deck in the game by far.
Yeah,
I don't care. You can say whatever you want. It's by far the most popular deck in the game. Easily. Anything Vmon.
Yeah, it's like where Taka Mikazuchi could Oko you, sure. But it's like if a Pilchbot's swinging at you and gets sacked, it's like, ooh, cool, more checks for me. Whereas if Taka Mikazuchi gets answered or sacked, it's like, oh, I answered it. Cool. It's weird. It's like, it doesn't OTK you, it doesn't have a crazy burst, turn, but it still just locks you down and annoys the hell out of you and makes you go, why is Davis and Ken still a card?
Imperial validates bad players. Honestly, if you just hit like an
That's
Imperial, if you just hit like a Davis and Ken out of security, you just feel bad. Honestly, especially turn 1.
It's by far the best DNA deck, and it's going to be very hard for them to figure out a DNA deck that can do what Imperial does.
I'm gonna just say it right now. Partition, right?
Yeah,
Partition. Yep.
Partition was a mistake. Partition should have never been made. It makes sense, but it was.
I don't think it's a mistake on the levels. I don't think you should inherit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's good as a keyword on the card, not as an inheritable.
Yeah, that's kind of like. It makes people think, okay, do I want to give up my Partition or do I want to go into Imperial and try to lock down? I don't think they should have best of both worlds, dog. I don't
Exactly.
Right,
and also maybe if DNA Digivolving didn't either be something that was free or gain you memory, maybe I could see Partition being an inheritable.
Yeah.
Like if DNA Digivolving was like, okay, for 3 you can put fuse these guys together, and if there weren't any champions that were like, oh, gain 1 whenever you do it.
Did you put Virus on here?
I did not, actually.
Okay.
I did not.
That's for the next one anyway, so that's fine.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, Virus right now is not good.
It would literally be at 2.5
waiting room. If you're curious where Virus is, it's 2.5 waiting room. I'm like, come on. Yeah, look at all that new shit. It looks so cool.
I cannot wait for the new Virus.
That new Virus stuff looks fucking sexy, bro. Like, I don't know.
It's so cool.
Let's see. We got Tyrant. Tyrant is in the middle of like 1.5, honestly.
Yeah, Tyrant's just boxing.
It's just
And remember,
boxing.
1.5 is the boxing arena, guys. Don't ask us where or what's going on because one day someone's gonna get knocked out that you didn't think was gonna get knocked out. Okay.
You're gonna see one of these.
Placement.
Yeah, go ahead. The placement.
The placement doesn't matter. I think for 1.5, I think the top 3 in 1.5 and like the bottom 3 in 1.5, we actually might recognize. Everything in the middle
The rest
is
is
like
just boxing.
Yeah,
they're boxing.
It's
It's
just
a salty
boxing.
split screen.
I would say that Tyrant is on the same level as Black War Gray.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I would,
Makes sense.
I would give it the same rating as Blackwood Gray.
yeah. We got Rapidmon, also another pretty solid. Towards the end of
I
competitive
would put it
deck.
right next to the Yep.
Yeah, like right there.
I
Yeah.
might move it above. I might move it above Birds
Oh, that's fair.
personally.
Yeah, that's fair. It can kind of shit on Birds. Well, I don't know. I guess it depends on who gets going kind of first.
The thing with Rapid is it can go into a lot of decks. The ability to suspend, and if you're sitting on a Rapid X, that's just nasty.
Yeah,
Rapid
that's
X
true.
is nasty as fuck because
Rapid
it's
X
hard
is
to
a fucking dumb card, dude. Rapid X is a dumb card.
It's very hard to get over that point. Like,
Mm.
yes, you can do shit, but you suspend and die. What the fuck?
Yo,
And a game
Rapid
memory
X
from it.
actually has crazy synergy with Medieval Gallantmon now too.
Yeah.
Would we count that as support just because it's green and loves to suspend opponents?
I mean,
Yeah.
the Medieval Gallon is a tech card.
Yeah,
It's a really good tech card. Honestly, it's like BT13 Gallant. How like now
It's
playing in
it's
Gallant,
another one.
Yeah, but it's like
It's a red Death X.
it's
is what
a red
Medieval
Death X.
Gallon is.
Yeah.
That's what it's a red Death X.
It's red's ruin mode.
There
it's
you go.
red and green's ruin
honestly,
mode. Yeah,
that's true.
If every color had like a ruin mode or like a Death X, I would be fine with that. I
Or
think they
now
do
like a
now.
Medieval Gallon. They're
Yeah.
all. It seems like they're kind of giving combo decks their kind of pieces. They're
Mhm. All right, so we got Magna here. Magna's definitely
It's the same. I would put it right. I would put it right above. I'd probably put it above Blackwood Gray.
I would say it's
I'll
probably
put it
the
right there.
best in like the competitive tier, honestly.
Yeah, it's probably right there.
For now,
Dropped a
Yeah.
little bit, but Magna is still Magna.
People are
You
still,
still look at a Magnamon and go, ah.
Yeah, people are still
know,
trying to get over Magna.
And
the funny
everyone's
thing
playing
about-
that fish. I can't
I was about
redirect
to
this
say,
bitch.
Yeah, and you know what? The funny thing we talked about earlier with Scrambles comes up too, because Awakening got Magna X's back out of security, but Scrambles are just sitting
Yeah,
there,
that's so
and your
awesome.
Magna X comes back onto the top of the deck and you draw it. So it's
Yep.
like that kind of brings it back a little bit too.
That's a good point. I didn't even
Yep.
think about that. Scrambles are insane.
That's the number one thing that deck kind of hurt with too. Is you need because you can't really play the old Magna.
Mm.
As good as BT9 Magna kind of was at the time, he just doesn't fit what the deck's trying to do now because you're not defensive like that.
That's fair.
Like, I'm not trying to have you redirect and send this back to security. That's too much. That's already too much. That
Yeah,
didn't
right.
remove a security. I need you to remove a
The
security.
security, yeah. Fair. Let's see what we
So-
got. Red
Red
hybrid.
hybrids.
Yep, here we go. We're just gonna put that above.
And I said Sheep was right what he said earlier. I've seen people playing the promo.
Which
I'd put it below Imperial.
below.
I feel like Imperial stuns them anyway. So
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. That's
Still
good
a
point.
coin flip.
stuns them, taps down a tamer. Yeah.
It might be a coin flip actually. Like,
It's I mean, it's like all these decks can beat
Like
the
Red
shit out of
Hybrid
the deck in
itself.
front of them. It's very
Like,
possible.
yeah. I think
Like
it's
Red
a coin
Hybrids
flip.
itself is still a coin flip deck, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
that's
coin
true.
flip.
Blue hybrid. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. Blue hybrid kind of like blows. Honestly, like
It doesn't blow. You're a hater. It doesn't blow.
Okay, I'm
That is just
Blue
not
Hybrid.
where you're being biased as fuck right
I
now.
am
crazy.
Move it up.
biased.
Like I hate this deck more than you, and I won't even do that to it. Move it
Yeah, I
up.
was about
You're a
to say.
fucking bastard. It's either above Magna or right below Magna. And honestly,
Yeah.
it could be right below the red hybrid, but I'll agree with your hate.
Yeah,
It
like
ain't-
it's kind of tied with Magna, in my opinion. I mean, they have the Tamer that could like you just Digivolve over and its end of turn attack, and then still do all their shenanigans.
We'll all see a
you
video
know?
that's coming out in a few weeks. You'll understand why me and DJ
Oh yeah,
just don't give a
the
fuck about
movie.
football.
Oh yeah, I
The
Can't
deck
wait to show
does not
people the
scare
movie.
me. It just does the same thing every. That is the fucking beating your head over with a baseball bat deck. It is the exact same thing every time. You think
Yeah.
you've been abused by Imperial? Wait till Blue Hybrid does the same thing 6 turns in a row.
It does
fucking
nothing else.
ridiculous.
It does nothing else, bro. Oops. Let me see. I'm gonna put it there because if they see the Koji, then what Magna just folds. I don't know. I think that's a coin flip too. Honestly.
I mean, thing is, we don't need to care if it beats Magna or not. It's just how it does in the meta in general, right? And I know that this is probably accounting for red base and blue base.
Look, I'm not letting hear anyone talk.
I think that's a safe place for
Put
it.
that
know,
next one
'cause-
at the bottom of 1.5. I'm not hearing any slander. I'm not hearing no one say nothing.
I don't know. I feel like I don't want to linger on ancient fucking Gurumon.
Oh, I don't care about ancient. I'm moving to the next one.
Okay,
next one is
alright,
most
let's go on to the
important
next
shit
one,
on
though.
here. That next one, put it at the bottom of 1.5. And
Alright, okay.
if you say anything, you haven't played this deck properly. I don't care what you say. I don't
No,
care
wait a
what you
minute.
think. I don't care how
Joe,
you feel. This
I
deck
do have a
is
question.
fucking awesome.
It is. I do have a question though. With the new support it gets in BT20, is it there or is it in 2.5 waiting room? Do you think it
No,
changes?
it's right here. I think it's just boxing. I think if
right
you
there?
know how to play the deck and you're a okay pilot, because that's the thing with Pulse. Pulse does not do what it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. You have to do it.
You
like
have to do
Zephyr.
it for it, yeah.
And like if you've been
Like
following
Zephyr, like
these,
Dragon.
and if you've been following these tier lists for a while, none of our opinions on these decks have changed. Actually, like we've been saying the same thing about Pulse since it came out. It just needs a good pilot. You know, new toy syndrome.
Yes,
is a
you
thing,
can
of
run into
course.
bad matchups.
Yeah.
That's every deck.
But you have to
Like,
play your bad matchups out though to see how you can have a more
Exactly.
favorable outcome to those bad matchups. You know.
Pulse is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The deck's in a great
you-
spot.
Yeah, if you decide to main Pulse and actually grind the deck and try to, take it seriously, I do agree. I think it could be bottom of tier 1.5 easily.
Definitely.
But I do know in 1.5, sorry. I do know in set 2.5 though, you get the tamer that gives
I
you
just don't think they're only waiting for
piercing-
that. You see it getting
piercing barrier
results now
alliance.
Mm,
It's crazy.
that I wouldn't consider it a waiting room deck.
Gotcha.
fair. We got decks.
Like if we're gonna put Birds up there, and Birds has what 5 total things that we've seen it do. We just watched Pulse win a local. We just watched Pulse reach a top 8 of an event, and we're gonna sit here and try and act like Pulse ain't
Oh no,
doing
I've
what
been
it's
up
supposed to
there
do.
with you. Pulse is great, dude. I'm
Pulse
like
is so good.
Pulse is.
I
is
just
a great
refuse to
fucking
call
deck.
it a waiting room deck. I
And
think
it-
if you
That's
give it
fair.
the time and you give it a chance, that deck is so fun.
And
It
it-
is so fun.
And with the lack of like memory blockers too now, it just
True.
shits memory, dude. The Pulse deck
True.
just shits memory right now. Like you
True.
you link, you gain a memory, and then the egg gains you another, and you're already at 3, so you go to 6, like almost 5 or 6 from the hacker judge too. It's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, any deck. I feel like any deck that you can choke to 1, and out of that 1 memory you gave them, they use 6 of it. It's like it's hard to call that bad. Like,
Yeah, it's really hard to choke Pulse too, because you're like, okay, I'm gonna put you to 1. Okay, I'm gonna go to 4. Oh, all right. You know what I mean? It's like, damn.
then they just use their option from the turn before, get rid of their 4, gain 2 memory. You're like, wait, did you get a free champion twice? Yeah.
We got Dex Goromon. Both variants. I feel like the purple variant.
I feel like
does-
right under Blue Hybrid.
I would actually say meta wise, it's like honestly our current top of 1.5 in my opinion.
Okay.
If we're like
Oh,
if we're
that's
collating
fine.
both the bases, only because decks got crazier with scrambles coming out.
And you get hella
And-
support coming for you.
Yeah, and then there's support on the horizon. Also, TJ and I have been preaching this gospel. Don't sleep on Fist of Athena in this deck. It's an extra taunt and extra aggression for you.
Actually,
So
let me
now
just teach you all something.
variant is crazy.
Spread these bitches trash out. As soon as you spread
Yeah.
these bitches trash out, you'll either be afraid and not want to do your next turn, or you'll just be sitting there like, all right. Spread their trash out.
Yeah, literally, bro.
Yeah, you do have to.
Like, check the trash if you're having trouble. Just be mindful of what they're throwing in there. A lot of people will be like sneaky and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just trash this really quick. Okay, pass. And you're like, oh, hold on there, Bucko.
Hold on.
What was that
Exactly.
card?
Was that the Dex version? Is that the Dex version? All right, I passed.
All right, I passed. Literally,
You know what's
dude.
funny? Even if it's not, you gotta watch out for that SOC 9 castle option.
Oh,
Because
that
they
card
could
is
easily just get it back, you know, play it for a reduced cost.
Mhm.
It's a really neat deck. You just have to build it correctly. This one, it went from player reliant to deck builder reliant more so now, because I think everyone kind of got used to the playstyle of the deck. And there's
Yeah.
so many options for it that's like you
so
have to be
interesting
very meta aware. Yeah.
Only thing I don't heavily agree with is that it's better than Magna. That's the only thing I'm kind of like iffy on.
Like in the meta overall or in the
yeah,
match?
in the meta overall, I think Magna just is a little bit quicker. That's really.
That is fair. The only reason why I put it slightly above me personally is because I think deck still maintains an anti-meta type of spot. You could put it below meta. I don't mind that because
Okay.
honestly, it's kind of more tied really. But I mean, you know, I put it slightly above, you put it slightly below. I don't think that placement specifically matters. So you can put it
Okay.
one below
Okay.
Magna if you want to.
Okay.
I think that's right.
We got Omni Turbo. I don't fuck.
Is
Put it
this
above. Put it
rating?
above both. Not even. It's an okay deck. It's a deck builder's deck though. You have to actually build it and play it. It's kind of like Pulse. This deck is good.
Mhm.
I don't like it. I fucking hate everything about it. I love Omnimon and Greymon, and then I hate the other half.
I feel you.
Are we? Okay, so it's not waiting room because of Omni X. Okay, because I don't know enough about this deck to really.
Oh, true.
Well, it's gotten results. It's got a lot of results.
Yeah,
It has, yeah.
I slept on this.
It's gotten
deck,
a
dude.
lot of, and I wouldn't say we slept on it. I don't
I
think
did.
we gave it. I don't think we gave it the right look.
I got you.
Because once I saw different decks for it, I was like,
Uh-huh.
oh, that makes more sense. That makes more
Yeah.
sense. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
So I kind of, like, I had to kind of learn it a little better. I don't know that I necessarily slept on it.
I slept on it.
I knew it was going to be good, but I just,
said it wasn't.
I don't love the play style personally.
I love the play style.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Yeah, I love slamming big fuckers down, bro.
I'll never
Yeah,
forget this man
Mega's
slamming Puppet back in the day. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Oh, that won me a logo too. Dude. He like rookie
Bro, I
rushed me,
know.
and I like okay slam Puppet pass. He's like, damn, I can't unsuspend. Yeah, I was like, yeah, you can't unsuspend, bro. We got Gray. We got a Geo Gray here.
Shine.
Boy, Shine.
Shine Gray.
Yeah, I say the top of playable. Shine can still
I mean,
unga you.
I would put Shine above Birds.
You
I was
really
gonna
think
say,
it's
does
that
it
high?
still have OTK potential? Because if it does, then
I just think DP minus can also fuck some boards, and that deck is just chock fucking full
Full of
of DP minus.
not to
Yeah.
mention, it's kind of like Black War Gray X, right? Like while the difference is Shine Gray can have a different play style, if you play it the way it didn't change since it was good, I mean, what's stopping
I
it
also
from
think they have a
OTK?
sleepy ruin mode just waiting to fuck you at some point. So
Yeah,
Dog,
that
I was
too.
playing Tyrant, and this dude played Ruin Mode Turbo, and he got 3 Ruin Modes out and minus my board. Like, what? No, he got 2 Ruin Modes out and minus my board 15k. So when Tyrant unsuspended, it died. And I was like, oh.
That's so insane.
I was like, I wish Tyrant could just, like, stay sitting. Like, I wish you could choose the unsuspender, not
He
honestly.
said, I woke
Bro,
up and
woke
died.
up to go back to sleep.
As soon as he got up, he blew up. I was like, what?
The man really didn't want his alarm clock.
Swear to God.
He like tripped on his socket, hit his head on the wall or something. Swear to God, we got Takumi Nazuchi here.
Bottom of one.
I think people are
Bottom.
kind of.
Yep.
I think
I'll put it higher than that.
it's been kind of falling off a little bit. I think people have been kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not teching against it, but kind of
I
getting
don't
used
think
to it.
I think it's that, and I think it's getting represented a little less.
Fair.
I think people are bored of it.
it does do like
I
the
see.
same thing. It does like.
It's like blue hybrid. They just do. It's almost a car. They will literally try to do the same thing every turn if they can.
Mm.
The first three turns, set up, and then it's literally, can I OTK you to the moon? What can I bring back here? What do I do this?
It's
like
the
yeah.
best gambling deck, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, okay, I got my
the
big board.
same thing every fucking game.
I will
I think
say.
I would.
Oh, go ahead.
Wait, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say I would still put it above Red Hybrid because the.
I
steps
mean, you
that
could put it above
take-
red.
Yeah, because I was about to say it's still like it still does it consistently. Like Red Hyper still needs like, trash kind of setup, you still need your Tamers. Takumi Kazuchi says, I have a rookie in Raising, a Tamer on board, and a Kazuchi in trash. Win now, or let's just go to game 2.
Literally. Yeah, it's a gambling deck, dog. If you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. Funnily enough,
I just realized that we need a don't play it tier.
Don't play it. Well, that's just like
because it'll be just Dynus.
Oh, Dynus is still out there? I thought I got that out of there.
It'll be just Dynus.
We'll get the Dynus. The only thing I want to say about Takumi Nazuchi is that it folds to Phoenix, bro. Phoenix destroys that deck. I mean,
yeah, they play 1 Crimson. All right.
No, not even that.
Physically can't play anything from.
What is Edgy do? What does Edgy do? It gives what?
AG.
Alliance
and blocker.
What does Garudamon Ace do?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You just pop it. He popped a bit.
Yeah, you pop them.
You go swings a bit.
Hey, pop die.
That's so funny. Granted, hopefully there shouldn't be a level 4 on board if you're going up the line and Takumi Kazuchi, but if there is, your whole strategy is done.
Your whole strategy is done, bro. Okay, we got the Velgr Loop or Purple Hybrid. I think it's like tied for like best deck, honestly. Like this is between this and Mirage, dog. It could go either way.
It's definitely
very consistent
where it is.
It won, didn't it win? It won Nats, right? I think.
Nah.
What won Nats? Oh, it was Demon Lords, right? It was Demon
7-grade Demon Lords.
And that's the other deck right in between them.
Literally.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, I've been saying since Demon Lords came out that deck was busted.
Yeah, it's a better version of Knights.
And not only that, dog, it has like 30 forms of removal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a better version of Knights.
Like,
no matter what
Imagine
you're
all the
protected
Knights were
against.
purple, and they trashed for consistency, and then they had removal as
it's
well.
just so fucked up because Knights is like 18 different colors, and then Demon Lords gets to be like one to 2 colors, and it's fucked up, bro.
It's just.
And I think the Lusamon, like the main things is like the Lusamon base and then the Leviamon cards together in a consistent engine. It's like, we'll talk about it more when we get to.
That would be an interesting like double ban, like how they did the Zubamon and the Ko and Seiyu.
Oh, pair ban.
Pair ban or whatever. If you can you can't have like Leviamon and Lusamon in the same deck. That would fuck that deck up, but that'd be kind of interesting just to slow it down a bit. Actually, now that we're talking about it, because we're bringing it up a lot, let's just put it up there, honestly.
Hey, that's fair.
Yeah, Demon Lords, I honestly think it's the best deck. Yeah, it's these 3. This is the holy trinity right here. They could go either way, bro.
That's fair.
2 purple decks
like
in the
those,
blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either of them could be the best deck, especially because like Mirage, you could play it politically correct or go Galaxy Engine. 7-grade Demon Lords, we're talking about that now. It's like no matter what unless you actually no, even if you have Digimon protection, they play options that just pop you. That's how.
I learned that the hard way with Tyrant. Yes.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, man. It's really good. Like you always keep a Paladin and Ace on you.
Always. We got Ryugumon, Ryuzakimon, Deco Blue.
So Deco Blue is still playable.
It needs more.
It's one of those decks. Yeah, and here's the thing. Deep Savers, I guess we could kind of place that now because they're very similar.
Okay.
It's a weird Venn diagram of 2 decks, whereas you could put some of the Deco Blue stuff in Deep Savers, I think, and some of the Deep Saver stuff in Deco Blue, but you really have to pay attention to what things say, oh, I work with Deep Savers, and not just any Sea Beast, and vice versa.
I get that.
And so, yeah, Deep Savers is like, leans more a bit towards tempo than Deco does until you get to your 6, and Deco Blue has more like consistent aggro potential throughout the game. So it's like I think they're both equally playable right now. You just need to get the ratios right. I'm also kind of tempted to put Deep Savers in 2.5 waiting room because of the Gigasdramon, but I think even then it's still going to end up being playable because it's one of those decks where it's like, oh, you see your 7? Oh crap, well now you feel like it's your 1.5 deck, but before then it's like, oh, okay, you're kind of just dirtling around. So I think they're tied and playable.
When I was doing a little bit of testing on Drasil when that Gigasdramon came out, I think the main issue with that Gigasdramon is that it doesn't have protection. Like it doesn't have like evade. If that thing had evade, it'll be crazy, but it's pretty easy to remove it.
Honestly, if Gigasdramon had Decode Blue, that would be
That would be
insane.
interesting.
So even though it's not protection, it's like, oh, okay, I can still float, like, let's say
Yeah.
the Metal Digimon Ace on play, D-Digivolve something, right?
Exactly.
Like, that would have been insane.
All right, we got Dynas here. We're just gonna put him, the boy, right there.
So you know that locals tier?
Yeah,
If there's
there
a
we go.
trash can, you can put it in next to that. That's where you should put it.
Honestly, Dynas is
Oh
so
my
fucking
God.
cool though, but he just like
It's so fun.
He
But
just
when
self
you
delete
have
too
killed
fast.
yourself-
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
when you have killed yourself by turn 3, it's not worth it.
now,
Yeah,
I
no,
really
like,
love that deck. It's so fun. Zaki, go ahead and tell him about that one time.
Yeah, I was about to say, I played it with I played against it with 2 decks. Sword Strip before the EX-08 stuff and Mamamon. And in both instances, that fighting Dynasmon made me feel like I was actually playing Takapikazuchi. Because I'm like, I'm swinging for the first time, and now you're at 2. What happened? Like, what the heck is going on? Like, I'm swinging. I'm
It's
about to
just
two
really
decks.
bad Pulsemon.
Exactly.
That's really what it is.
I'm saying, like, the support for Dynasmon, funny enough, just works better for Pulsemon and like a Sylphimon engine maybe, but that's it. We do have bees now, though.
We lost him.
Oh, we
He's
lost
done
you.
for.
No. Right when we're talking about bees?
I know, that's crazy. That would make sense why we lost him, though, little horny piece of shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess while we're... Oh, are you back?
I was never anywhere.
What? All right, handle bees. You're
All
the
right, yeah,
beekeeper.
bees. Okay,
Where's that?
yeah, locals is not enough support.
Cool.
Honestly. It's probably better than Dynas, but not by much. It's just-
Bees? You're getting the rest of it.
Where's the rest of it?
Should you get the rest of
2.5.
it?
Oh yeah, you do get the other half of bees, right? In let me see.
No, we got all of
Is there
that.
bee stuff?
It's
Oh yeah,
done.
he's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, it was in the first half.
yeah, it wasn't.
Oh, you
this
got
is it.
all of it in the first half,
We got
and I
all of
ain't
it.
seen a single bee player? Damn.
Dog, it's not because it's not enough. It's just not. It's not enough. Isn't like
Paul had
It's like-
tables.
it's like 4.7 waiting room, dog. And we need more, and we need more bees, bro. We just need more of it. I think it's
There
cool.
is
High
just a
piece
lot
to
of
grow.
other green to play right now.
Yeah, why would you play bees when Tyrant's right there?
You know what's funny? Tyrant himself is actually what makes bees a little more playable. You're running the bees
Oh, you
base,
don't
but you just
say.
replace it with like Tyrant and Greg Kuace and all that. Maybe even Shadow Serafi. But yeah, I mean it's keep it out local.
Now I will say that if you're playing a green only tournament, bees is pretty decent. But it's like
But then you got to deal with bunnies.
yeah, bunnies, bro. Like it's a lot. It's a lot.
Bunnies will just smack you the fuck up.
All right, I got Dark Knightmon. I think it's tied for the playable tier for 2.0. Dark Knight is so tricky because it's so good because it could pop a lot of aces and stuff pretty efficient.
I feel like it's just so matchup dependent
That is also very true.
because let's say they go in there and you just strip all their checks. It's just a boneless fucking Dark Knight.
Nothing's worse than
I mean-
a boneless Dark Knight.
It's probably above All Force maybe. Only because I like that the D-Digivolve is consistent to where you just punish aces like crazy.
I give it to
Yeah,
All
but you
Force 'cause
always
it's
pass
faster.
over memory. That's
Yeah.
what I
Oh,
was
it's
saying. I
faster.
think All Force is faster.
Yeah, All Force
And
is
All Force
That's
can
fair.
stun you.
Yeah,
Oh, you're right. You're right.
yeah, but I
If
would
you
say
unblock
Dark
it.
Knight is really if you're getting into the game and you like defense decks. I think Dark Knight is perfect for you. Honestly,
Dark Knight is fun if you want to learn like all of the mechanics of the game.
Yeah.
It's a very good deck to teach you how to cross, to do Digivolve, to sec check,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
to like to pride memory boost play things. Like that's a very cool deck.
Mm. Alright, we got Lord Knight X Antibody. Oh, see now there's
Somewhere in the
remember mentioning-
1.5 Melbourne
Yeah,
match.
because this deck was like everyone was saying it was tier 1, and then I think everyone just solved the matchup against it out of nowhere, right?
I
Yeah,
won't
they
even-
played their OTKs.
I won't even that
Yeah.
I won't even say they solved the matchup. I think the meta got solved in Magic. Not to speak too much about Magic, but in Magic, usually when
Can
the
I
set
say
comes out,
something?
what's up?
I think people like it.
You think they like what?
Go ahead, TJ.
I think they like the hybrids more. So I think this deck just is getting less players.
I mean, well, I want to say this, bro. In Magic, though, you're right. But in Magic, in the beginning of a set, the most aggressive deck does the best because it's just like you don't gotta really think anything.
It's aggro.
Yeah, and
Easy
same.
to play.
Yeah.
And same with Lord Knight. It was just aggro. It was fast, and it was beating the shit out of people. Now that we know what the meta is, it's falling off because it's like, well, we know what it does. It does the same fucking thing. We know how to get rid of it. If they don't see X anybody, the deck just dies. So, but I will say, it is still good, but not.
It's good. It's somewhere in the 1.5.
Yeah,
it's
I would say like, oops.
I would put it right around rapid level.
Yeah, I would say like here.
Maybe right at Tyrant. Maybe right at Tyrant.
Below Tyrant.
Yeah, below Tyrant because Tyrant doesn't care. Like that. Yeah, that looks fine. I think Pulse will beat the shit out of you like that.
I mean, Pulse will beat the shit out of anything if they're not ready.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know. I just think out of all the decks, Yellow Vaccine is probably like the worst competitive deck, honestly. Like,
I'll give you that.
I just, yeah. All right, we got my boy Millennium on here.
Playable.
Yeah.
It's playable. They've got the support now, so you can't really say anything. It's definitely playable.
Oh, it's 100%.
Maybe the bottom of 1.5.
No.
Machine can do machine things, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on this.
I was gonna say this is one of those. Oh, you got into your top end. Crap. Now it feels like bottom of tier 1 almost, but like otherwise it's like probably just playable.
It's a lot of really specific things. If there
Your
was...
redirect in this deck is nasty. I will say this: the redirect in machine is one of the most egregious things in the game.
It's all top end.
Yeah, it's all top end.
It's all top
You don't
end.
even play. You might play a couple fours now, but like you literally just slam shit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right, we got.
And I guess the builds vary now, but Dragon Lynx is the bottom, is right below the other fish.
Oh, this like that.
The code fish.
Yeah.
I'm not putting Dragon Lynx. I'm not putting Dragon Lynx anywhere.
That's it.
It's a good deck. I need to see more people do shit with it. Then I always keep it can do this. It can do this. And then where are you guys?
Yeah,
where are you?
No, they're finding Gallant. They're finding Gallant pieces at locals. That's what the fuck they're doing.
And you're right. All these people that tell me the Dragon Lynx can do things, and then there's just zero representation of Dragon Lynx.
Mm-hmm.
It's in like
y'all wanted to tell me Dragon Lynx was better than Pulse. Guess what? I've seen more representation of.
Honestly, it's kind of in a promo or a box topper Hina waiting room, and we don't even know if either of those things exist.
No, they got a new Hina, didn't they?
They got the other Hina.
Oh, well, here we go. This solves that. Yeah.
Huh?
They got it now?
Are you sure?
No, not now.
Wait.
They're getting the other Hina. There you go.
I
There
don't
you
even
go.
remember
I forgot.
them even.
Because she's memory, isn't she? She's a memory setter, right?
Yeah. When any of your guys are played, you suspend her, and one of your level 4 or higher Digimon can just.
Yeah, she's supposed to
Digivolve
tag
into it.
team. She's supposed to tag team with the other Hina. You're supposed to pair them together.
Okay,
I kind of
that's
get it.
cool.
I kind of get it.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Also,
So
I will
waiting room,
say,
I guess.
yeah, waiting room is fine. And also, I want to say, this is another deck that having a white card really hurts it because you try to use like a Garnet memory boost or whatever it's called. You bot decking Hina.
It's gone.
It shit hurts. All right, we got Galaxy Loop. We're just gonna put that right above Paldra. I think that's
Yeah,
I think it's
also accounts for both variants of Mirage too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's literally just Galaxy Soup, bro. I don't want to really talk about it. I'm not a big fan of this deck. I think it's
it's just Blue Mount Rushmore. That's it.
dog. It's just such a weird. And I always beat it on the sim. It's so fucking funny. But when I fight it in real life, I fold to it. But when I fight it on the sim, I guess because people are learning it, it just I just run them over. But
Top of playable for Ragna? Maybe
I would-
1.5 somewhere.
It has Garner Memboost. It has the consistency piece that it needed. I have not gotten the chance to test it, but Ragna is a pilot deck that if the pilot knows what they're doing and can get going, it's like it sits there and
beat the shit out of you.
time.
Off. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say every time you try to answer it, you just don't. It just ends up getting protected from. You know how we said like Demon Lords has removal for everything? Ragna has like three and a half different types of protection. Yeah. So it's hard to say that it's playable, but the problem is I haven't tested it yet. Usually I know we put it in 1.5 and say, hey, it's a pilot deck. But I don't know. Maybe we put it at the bottom of 1.5 for now because I can't see that this deck got more consistency and is somehow lower for it.
I
That
say
doesn't really. I don't know.
I still stand by the fact the Yellow Vaccine is the worst 1.5 deck. So I'm gonna put it above it. This is just
That's
my
fair.
opinion, honestly. But Ragna, like you said, it has like 18,000 types of protection. If you're not going around it, or,
18,000 things going on.
Yeah.
But you got to do them.
that's true. That's true. I think
Yeah.
I like the new support though for what the
It's very solid. I'll give you that. But it's the
Yeah.
same thing where I feel for the other day. I need to see people do it and do it and do
Yeah,
it. Like how
yeah.
you see some stuff just constantly beat the shit. Like you'll see Black War Grade stuff. You'll see Tyrant stuff.
Yeah.
I need to see that from Ragna.
Yeah,
I need to
Exactly.
see that
I
where
get
for
you. I get
4
you.
sets, 4 or 5 sets, you're like, damn, is Ragna just... There's that many people still playing that deck? That kind of thing.
I think
I need to
It's
see it
crazy
do that.
'cause- Yeah, because I know it's good enough to where it's like it could be like right above bunnies, but at the same time, like you said, I'm like the representation is lacking so much that I'm like, dang, I haven't. Where's that player that like ends up cracking it to like truly improve it, right?
Thanks for the resub subs. Save the waffles, bro. Digimon, indeed.
Hey,
Digimon,
True.
indeed. It's
hold on,
lowercase
bro's
Digimon.
spitting.
Yeah, he's spitting. I will say, Ragna, you're absolutely right. Like, Ragna just fell off because not a lot of people are playing it anymore. They switched to other decks. New Toy Syndrome is a thing, honestly. So,
Yeah.
I think Ragna's still solid, though, honestly.
Yeah, it's a solid deck. It's a very solid deck.
If you're also starting the game, Ragna's not bad either, because Ragna really, it teaches you
And that
how to
teaches
jog
you
rest.
everything.
Yeah, it teaches you how to jog rest, and he's a
How to
pretty good
trash, how to be prevented from certain deletions.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ragna's good.
Teach you how redirect works through raid and blocker.
The
right.
Minimon, Angels.
Good.
It's very.
A
Yeah.
good deck.
It's very
Angels are
good.
very solid right now.
It's at the very.
I
end.
wouldn't put it that high. I wouldn't put it that high.
That Shadow Serafi, dog.
Yeah, I also just think that Magna beats it. I think the Black deck beats it. Dex beats it. I think Blue Hybrid beats it. I think those are all quicker. I think Angels takes setup. Believe it or not, like yes, you can have so much stuff, but there's a lot of times you watch Angels decks do the same nothing.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put
oh.
it that high. I wouldn't put it that high, personally.
probably tied with Dorugoromon maybe.
Yeah, it's probably right
Because
there at Dorugora
setup-
and Magna.
Honestly, the setup isn't insanely slow, but like, and it's crazy because it's funny. Like once they are set up, it's like they just
But you
all
can
of them
also
just
watch
staring you down.
you can watch them literally have 4 turns of only aces and they just can't really do anything. Or let's say they don't find the Dominion, you just keep popping their other ace angels. Like that's the other thing. Depending how the deck's built, like a lot of those angels are aces.
Yeah,
The
Angel
things they're
Umon, bro,
using.
is one of the most.
The things they're using to go to stuff are aces. So a lot of
Yeah.
the time you can punch them straight in the face and then they have to rebuild. I don't like Angels is a good deck and it has a lot of ways to fuck other decks up, but I don't think it's as good as everyone keeps trying to tell me that it's as good.
I think the thing about Angels is you really got to keep your security count high because yes, the protection they have is amazing.
You'll end up
At the-
decking out
That too.
more than they'll end up fucking actually oppressing you.
At the
Because they're
cost-
gonna just recover to 11 and you're like, fuck!
Yeah, at the cost of like security too, because yeah, they have barrier, and the mini says if any of your angels would be removed or something, you trash the security. A lot of the times, I notice people don't remember how many cards are in their security, and they need like the Anjouamon ace, or like what's the other one, or like some other ace to kind of rebuild that security up. If you rush them down and just pick at them enough, they'll run out of like options pretty quickly. But I will say, Angel's protection is also his greatest asset because that protection is fucking stupid, where it's like immune to damn near everything in the whole game for the most part, but they just have to have security to do that, you know?
Yeah, I feel like all the people who would like main this deck or have it as their like top 2 most played decks you'll play against them and you'll be like, oh my god, this is tier 1. This is like tied with the Imperialdramon. But all else, it's like I think we put it tied with Dorugoromon. either above or below, right below it.
If you'd got an inheritor or a Digimon that says it can't be redirected, Angel also folds because that's the only thing they have going for them is blocker. Like that's kind of like it.
That too.
Yeah.
Well, and then the other thing is, if they have to barrier every time, then that they're losing their resources too because they need their security to operate.
Exactly.
So
If
it's
you run through them early enough.
Right, we got Hex.
That's
here.
why I say if they get kind of slow, Angels isn't. I think Angels kind of can lose the game from not being able to build enough momentum.
Definitely. We got Hex here.
Wait, did you move the mini to the joint 1.5?
Oh yeah, okay.
Or are we keeping it there?
I say the end.
Like tied with Dorgar.
You can put it there. I mean, you can put it wherever you want. Personally, I don't.
Okay.
I just don't think it's a tier 1.
Okay, Doragor.
I don't see enough people playing it either to be tier 1.
I don't know. Like these, other than Magna, Dex, Angels, Blue Hybrid, Levia, Black War Gray, Tyrant, Lord Knight, and maybe Rapid. All those are like, that's what I don't know. They could beat each other. Like Tyrant can beat Angels. Angels can beat fucking like I don't know.
And all of these decks can also look at the stuff above them in tier 1 and punch them straight in the face.
Yeah, it's
too.
all
The
matchup.
tier 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can literally. It's matchup and literally brick or non-brick dependent.
Yeah,
If
literally.
one of
bro,
those
literally,
top
bro.
tier decks doesn't see a fucking rookie, guess what?
I swear to God.
No.
Where we got Hex at?
So I noticed that you had Hex and Scottymon on here.
Yeah, man.
Right now they're kind of the same deck.
Fuck yeah.
Hex, I think, is probably more so for the hybrid. Actually, no, they are just the same deck. I would say Scottymon is like upper playable right now. It's just remember what you said.
Are we
about
calling Hex just the level 6
It's
Hex?
Ice Snow. It's Ice Snow
Ice
Source
Snow,
Strip. Like
Ice
this
Snow
is what it
Source
is.
Strip. Okay. And what were you saying about Hex though?
So basically,
I was asking
okay.
if Hex is just like we're calling that the Ice Snow, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
he has it on here.
Because I was gonna say,
I
if you're
got it
just
on here
saying
twice.
level 6, you drag that motherfucker straight up
Just
to tier bottom of tier 1.
It has to. We have to put it in a superposition on top of the Galaxy engine.
Honestly,
Hex
bro.
is just Hex. But I will say, do you remember what you said when Bloomlord first came out? You were like, "Oh, it's good, but it's just not dirty enough, and it needed like Hydramon and stuff." That's kind of what Scottymon and all that feels like right now. Because once you are allowed to do what you want to do, it feels really good. Like you could just control a board state. But if you go up your line, because the deck has no protection, so it's like if you get rid of that, it's like, oh, okay, I have to start over. All right, in raising, cool. Oh,
It's very
wait,
red.
you're a fast
It's a blue deck, but it feels very red that you have to build your stacks.
It's like if the new Scottymon line makes it feel very red, like yellow-ish, because the aggression is there. But then it's like, oh, okay, I could put you on top of your security or put something on top of mine. It's really cool, but it needs. I'm not gonna say it needs protection, but it needs something like a Decode Ice Snow or something like the Gomamon, the SR Gomamon effect, to like float and keep, just keep its momentum. Otherwise, it kind of just folds. Once we get a new Suzune that does something like allows us to attack unsuspended Digimon with like no sources, or if we get something that's like an updated version of the EX-03 inheritables, the tax, like if it's like, oh, any Digimon with as many or fewer sources costs 1 more to Digivolve, right?
Or like
something
opponent's
that.
turn when they attack strip.
But like we need an updated version of that too, right?
Yeah.
Or an Ice Snow Ace for Suzune. Any of these things could help the deck go higher, but right now I think it's like top of playable. I think that's a fine place for it.
I will say this about the archetype Ice Snow. It is one of the best clapback archetypes in the game, bro. Once the how do I want to word this? Once the protection for their turn wears away, and you can strip that Digimon sources, not being able to suspend is like one of the most oppressive fucking abilities you can give something.
Good old soft stun.
Dog, soft stun is so much better than it cannot attack or block. Sometimes
it really is.
Like I learned in that game that me and you had Zaki, where I couldn't suspend Tyrant, and
couldn't stay protected.
I couldn't stay protected, bro. And it's like, it's not even like it can't attack, it can't suspend, so I can't Samadhi Tyrant, I can't Tyrant on my Tyrant, I can't. It's so fucking good.
Soft stuns,
Soft
baby.
stun is
They
so
hurt.
good.
Like like it's hard to call something that can just counter HPD, keep it at locals. Like that's what I'm like, it's playable.
It's
Especially
pretty
since
good.
Suzune can strip the sources of protected Digimon. Because if they have Digimon protection, it's like, okay, you're not protected from tamers, so get rid of that
Yeah.
redirect. Like,
Yeah, literally,
yeah.
bro.
So I think that's where it's at.
I think
now.
it has a decent
But make
spot.
yeah, but make no mistake, like Red Joe said, Hexablomon as a card, it super positions that above the Galaxy Engine. The
Oh,
card is still
100%.
crazy. It's just the deck overall is how it's playable.
All right, we got fuck is her name? Syndrilmon, right? Syndrilmon, I think that's her
Hey.
name.
I got no idea what's going on with this right now. I know they got a new promo.
That promo is dumb. Have you read that promo?
What
No.
does it do, Cap?
I don't
Fuck
roll
What's
with
hell,
up,
bro. Hang on, let me read it verbatim, dude. Give me a second.
Apparently,
still-
it's something crazy.
It's pretty stupid, dude. That new promo is pretty stupid. Give me a second. Let me just find it. But I think Syndril is at playable. It's good. It's a good starter deck. It teaches you how to like build up. Same with Zafaga. I think Zafaga's a little bit more. Actually, Zafaga's in 2.5 waiting room. Honestly, right? I would say that.
Seeing people. Well,
Waiting room, yeah, that was
that's
easier.
your,
And you
like,
did get Gallant.
Yeah,
So
oh,
you did get
100%,
support
yeah.
that's actually
Yeah.
good.
This is true.
I think Zephyr is really good. Zephyr is hard a pilot deck.
Oh,
Zephyr does not do
Yeah.
anything automatic because you literally have to choose what to suspend. Your opponent, you, and it's all timing. I like that deck a lot.
Order of
but you have
operations,
to,
yep.
you literally have to just give it some love. You have to practice with that deck.
Are you
It's
ready
a good deck.
to hear what this Shushu-mon promo can fucking do?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
Go for it.
Okay, it's a 4 play cost, 2 to Digivolve, 4
Only
KDP.
4?
Only 4. Okay, now hear me out though. Hear me out. It has a
Stop it,
security
right?
effect. At the end of battle, play this card without paying the cost.
That's stupid.
Okay, all right. Hear me out. On play and when Digivolving, play
So
one.
you have 2 security.
Let me
Digimon
finish.
deck
Let me
now?
finish. Let me finish.
Oh, let her finish, Joe.
On play when Digivolving, play 1 familiar token. It's yellow Digimon 3k DP. On deletion, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3k for the turn.
Minus 3k. Yeah.
Okay, hear me out. I'm not done. At the end of
And-
your opponent's turn, delete that token, and it gives
Oh,
barrier
Christ.
as an inheritable ability, dog. That's so good, dog. It's like
That's so good for the deck.
That's so
So they
fucking
have
good.
literally 2 security champions now.
I don't know why they didn't give the Gallantmon promo a security effect too. It made like no sense to me anyway.
Because the other one, they both have the security one that'll play, like you can play a Liberator thing,
Fourth
right?
class
Cost
Liberator,
of
yeah.
a 4 cost, my bad.
That's crazy that the other security one would let you play the other security one. That's dumb. All
It's
right,
so
yep,
stupid.
that's dumb.
It's so good. That promo is good,
Dumb.
dog. That promo is good. That promo low-key carries that deck right now, dude. That promo's so fucking stupid. But I don't think that promo alone is good enough to put it up. Not yet,
So
anyway.
is this a waiting room? What is this next one?
This is Tia.
Oh,
Tia Lucamon.
Nature Spirits.
This Nature Spirits. All right, Nature Spirits.
Just keep it at local.
Got hella support,
Hang on,
right?
hang on.
You got automatic alliance, right?
Yeah. Nature Spirits is actually pretty decent. I would put it like it got a lot better. Nature Spirits is
Yo,
actually
put it in
playable.
between the source strippers.
That'd be so
That'd
fucking
be
funny.
funny.
Dude. That's fair. They got a better searcher. They got better like more stuff for their line. That fucking field spell busted. It gives alliance, dog. If you get like what
it's
Save the
really
Waffle said,
crazy.
if you go heavy blue green base, you can use the new memory boost and the Davis for hella searches. It's so fast, dog. It's so fast. The only thing that sucks about that deck is that black turtle, bro. That fucking Eldratimon or whatever his name is. I hate that fucking card because he's not blue. He needed to be green or blue. That's all. If that card was
black or
green or
blue
blue, it
would've
would have been
worked too,
busted,
right?
dude. So what?
Like black or blue. Like if they made a black and green or black and blue,
It would have been
like that could
fine,
work
dude.
too.
The fact that he's
You still need
just
the colors
black.
for Tia Lockmon,
Exactly. You still need the colors for Tia Lockmon, but the fact that he's just black and that card is what you need to kind of get Tia Lockmon out, kind of sucks. That's the only downside about that. Just wait for
You know
Piper
what's
to change
funny?
color.
You know what's funny though? The security effect of the new Nature Spirits option lets you play a level 5 or lower Digimon with the trait for free So you could just then digivolve into him. This option's kind of crazy. What the heck?
That option is so good, and all of the the spirits, the NSO, the fucking nightmare spirits, the deep sabers, all their options do that. They give like some generic thing, and it's really good.
Deep sabers. I think they all let you play the level 5 or lower of whatever the type is.
Is anyone still playing this next deck?
No. It's at the very bottom of Keep It Up Locals.
You know what's funny? The tamer that you use for this, Violet, her new tamer doesn't even support it. Like, what's
That's
up
crazy.
with that?
Yeah, I don't.
Well, all right. I'm gonna give you a spoiler.
Wait, hold on. Spoilers for Liberator. Okay, 3.
Yeah. Spoiler.
1, go. All right,
Star. All right. Yeah. That she literally goes, well, I have this deck. So she literally that girl has so many decks. She's a spoiled little snob.
She is a purple connoisseur for sure. Like, bro.
Because she literally says in the chapter that she has the Virus Imperial deck too. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's how she kept clearing. She was like, maybe it's because I know the
God.
deck. So this is the 5th one. I'm like, good lord.
You telling me Violet in boots is Dorian?
No, she's Clay.
That's hilarious.
No,
She's Clay. She's Clay. But actually, I do have a question,
What's
Red
up?
Joe. Is Bill? Would you put Bill? You're Joe. What?
Yeah.
Would you put Bill Star above Dynasmon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd put everything in the game above Dynasmon right now.
That's funny.
Dynasmon is bad, dude, but it's fun. It's bad, but it's fun.
So bad, and the worst part is it's bad to itself. It literally says
He kills himself, dude.
I'm just gonna lose. Like that's literally what he says.
Man, that's why I fuck with Dynasmon, bro. He has
Bro,
nothing to
I fucking
hide.
love that
He's like,
deck,
yeah, I'm
but
some shit. I don't care.
It just.
Like, I know I fucking suck, dog. He's like,
Do I look awesome as shit? Yeah.
I'm still gonna be
Am I gonna look
20K.
awesome as shit, tracking myself to 0 security, game 2 or 3 minutes into this round? Yeah.
I'm gonna be a 23K motherfucker with rated blocker. Fuck yeah. And I can't even unsuspend because I'm out of security.
Smash.
Dynasmon is the bottom table speedrunner, basically. Holy crap.
If like,
Lilithmon, on the other hand, Lilithmon control,
oh yeah. I was about to say
Alright.
if Dynas had if like we had like bots, you know how
I
like they
put
have
that at the bottom of competitive.
at Lilithmon.
Yeah.
control, yeah.
Really? I don't know. I just never see this deck do anything.
Or actually,
But that's what I'm saying. I think that's one of those decks I think I need to see a little more. Like I know it's out there and I've seen what it does really well. It's really good. There you go. All right, that works.
Playable. Yeah,
Yeah,
Top of playable.
that deck
yeah.
is like playing
Top
Pichu
of
and
playable.
Smash.
It really is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a pretty good analogy.
I think.
What is Wonder Stomp?
Oh, it's that that like
Puppet control rush.
yeah,
thing?
puppet control rush. Yeah.
Oh,
Politically
puppet.
incorrect shoes or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's better than shoes.
Honestly.
Right? Yeah, I think it is. You just gotta dodge Crimson Blaze and you go crazy.
So put that below Pata.
Yeah.
Fair. You know.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to build that deck too. Fuck, dude. That deck is fun.
All right.
All right, let's go. All right, Joe, here's your soapbox. Let's get it.
All
Come on,
right.
talk to the people.
This deck is so much fucking fun. Dinosaurs finally eats. I'd probably. It's tough because it's very good. Fortitude is great, and Dino's effects awesome. He's just awesome. Being some sort of like floodgate in his own, just being suspended, you can't attack anything other than suspended Digimon. That's pretty fucking cool because you're gonna run over Dino and he's gonna come back and kill you. I just don't know what it. I don't think it's at 1.5 right now. I need to see more people playing it. I think it can be in 1.5 because it's like I said. I think it's more pilot deck.
I think it's over there where Nature Spirits is at.
That's probably. I
Just
was
about
literally
to
just
say that.
looking at that. I was looking right at
Yeah.
Central to be
I think
honest,
we're all on
where
the
I was
same
looking at it.
Okay. I think
So I'd put it in the middle of playable. Yeah, it's right
Yeah,
around
I'd with
Old
Nature.
probably
Okay, yeah, that-
because I think the others are just faster. The deck can be fast as
Really?
shit. Well, the deck can be fast as shit, but let's say if you don't get to your dino, correct?
Like if you don't
And
have
you
it.
turbo up to your level 5 and you're sitting there going, your other level 6s aren't great options for this deck right now. You have to be playing medieval for it to be kind of okay. Like, you have to see dino. If you don't see dino, then you aren't really cooking. I ran into a couple games the other day where, I mean, you can go aggro with Master Tyrannos. You can sit there with a metal that can't get bounced or anything, but like, you don't have a good ace. As much as I don't, I play the Rust ace. Like, he's not great. You don't sit boosted that high on your opponent's turn, so you're really not going to suspend that many things. I just think it's kind of in a rough spot.
I would say, if we're assuming these decks at their best, and assuming, you know, like, you're not breaking on the mega because we're trying to like analyze what the deck could do just overall, I would actually put it just right above Nature Spirits, like, because it's really
all right.
with
I can agree with that too. I just think at that point, I don't see what it's beating above it though.
Okay.
I think everything else above it is just so solid in what they're doing.
I want to say this, and this may be a controversial take, whatever. We're not opposed or like whatever about controversy, whatever. That Dynamon should have been an ace, honestly. That's I think
that would have made sense.
I think that would have helped that deck a lot, dude. Like, because if it fortitudes with the ace, it comes back, right? You don't lose anything. No, I guess you would lose the memory.
You would lose the memory, but you would still come back.
Yeah, so that would have been fine. Yeah. So I honestly think they should have made that an ace. I think that wouldn't have been too bad.
Because I kind of think that's where the deck struggles right now. Is you can't that little mid game. Yeah, you can beat the shit out of them. You can hit 3 checks with the Master Tyranno or do some other dumb shit that you want to do. But it's like the 6s are kind of where, like most red decks. I mean, or you could call it a green. I mean, what was Sazika saying? He was saying we need that new promo Rust, and you do.
Yeah.
Because he gives you all those other effects you need: blocker, collision.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's where the deck kind of struggles right now. You have no blocker. You have no blocker in the deck because there's no space for one.
Yup.
I guess he's supposed to be the blocker because while he's suspended, you can redirect
him. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so, like, the first game I played with it was against Mirage, and Mirage didn't realize he had that effect, and we ended up drawing because he ran straight into Dino twice. And I was like, that's your fault, bro. It's literally out there. You could ask to read the card.
Just show it on forehead, bro.
Yo, right? But, I mean, honestly, would we get the memory set of Ryutaro at some point? I guess, would it help if he had a opponent's turn effect? When something happens, you could digivolve one of your level 5 or higher dinos into a dino.
I mean, I see what you mean, Waffles, with the Shoto, but like, you don't have space for Shoto in this deck.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah,
you really don't.
You need your Taiga, you need your Ryutarus, like, you need them. That's how you make all those expensive ass dinosaurs cheap now. You can make the deck cheap to Evo for sure. The best card in the deck is the promo.
That promo is
Tyranno X.
My new favorite card in the game is Tyranno X by far. The man says raid and inherit piercing, and when swinging, I'm an X antibody. What the fuck?
Tyranno X antibody. I love that card. So good.
So it's good. I think I gotta have some more testing with it and kind of also run it against different things. It's a very solid, for all you dinosaur people, rejoice. We have things to do now.
Yeah, you don't have to just play Dino Rex and Cope now. You actually have something you could actually make, you know what I mean?
And you can build, like, there's a lot of ways you can build a deck. Yeah. I'm personally still sold on not running red base, because red base just feels like a red brick, hit harder, go home. I feel like you have a little more meta matchup with the green base.
Okay, that's right.
I love the scramble with the green Agu. They hit that, you play it out, suspend something.
Honestly,
yup.
So I don't know. It's good. We're eating good right now. We gotta build it.
Well, let's see.
What is that?
That's
it's the waiting room. It's the waiting room.
Sakuya. It's waiting room. Sakuya Monix antibody.
They get the rest of their stuff.
No,
even though that card is the most confusing card to pull in the set, because Both of those arts are fire. The regular SR, gorgeous, and the alt, gorgeous. But I didn't know what the fuck was what when I was opening that stuff.
Yeah, I got excited. I was like, "Is this the alt?" It's like, "No, that's the regular." I'm like, "What?"
Damn.
That's how I feel about Aegis-Dramon from, I think, what was that? EX-4? That
Because whenever they get those borders, like those borders are mostly gone, we're like, damn, is this not alt?
You're not even going to play Sakuyamon X and Talmon and X. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what Sakuyamon X does. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see anybody play it on the Drizzle. I just see them playing the Tau loop. That's it. I don't. Poor Sakuyamon.
Yeah, because you don't need to.
Yeah, you don't need to. I mean, poor fucking.
Well, I mean, you have a bunch of Sakuyas now. I mean, maid mode is still just nasty.
And the maid mode of Ace is pretty good, but like nobody wants to play that bullshit when you can just fucking forehead a ruin mode up there. You know what I mean? You can just spend out 18 fucking thousand.
Kazuha carries too. That's true.
It does, yeah. It's Kazuhamon, Taumon, and then ruin mode comes in and is like, "Hey, sorry blade everybody, what I miss," and that's the deck.
And you just basically pray to God you have enough memory to Death X, and they don't decrease your board enough to Death X and all that shit away, bro. Like it's just crazy.
Yo.
I would say what Justimon X.
So this is interesting. I wish Fossil Lord were here because if you are building this politically correct, I would say keep it at locals. But there is a variant that Fossil Lord invented where you could go kind of like the mother Shoto route with and then play it that way and kind of treat the devices as if you're running Deva numbers. And this deck could OTK. Like, it could actually OTK pretty reliably. You can just play like Shu Yu Lin, let's say, the one that gives X80 by his Alliance, go into a Mercurymon and just unlink and just sit there and dare them to swing because you have Bounce Protection. You don't really care if you hard play Sargemon Ace. Supreme Connection with the new Justimon Ace is really good. You get a protected level 6 for 3 memory. Like, what? And then if you trash any delay option, it can unsuspend. Not to mention, Justimon X itself is its own Blitz Omni for game because it has Rush, and then end of turn, so long as your opponent has an unsuspended Digimon.
There's a lot of ways to say keep it at locals because I ain't seen nobody play Justimon.
So I was going to say, politically correct is, I already said that, is keep it at locals. But this new, like, kind of variant of it is like the very bottom.
The new shit's dope. I like what they're doing with Justimon, but y'all got to show me something first.
Okay, tell you what. I'm gonna put it at keep it at locals for now. And if Mr. Fossil Lord tops Castle or fucking Gritty, I will then move it up to playable. And if he tops again, then I'll move it up to competitive. Yeah, deal?
It's all on you, Fossil.
Deal.
Hey, that's fair.
I think that's fair.
Hey, right? In the comments, everyone say like go Fossil Lord or something. I don't know. Like,
don't say go Fossil Lord. Tell Fossil Lord to get fucked.
Jesus
oh my god.
All right, Dirt. All right.
Speaking of Fossil Lord,
Dirt
hey,
OTK,
Pyramid Mod. Speaking of Black OTKs by Fossil Lord.
This deck's fucking dope.
Yo, this deck is crazy.
I'd move it up.
I'm just happy that they really have it there. I would say.
I'd put it right below Dino. Honestly, it's above Dino. That deck's dope.
Oh my god, honestly, Save the Waffles Mirage's biggest op.
Yeah, because if they try to remove it because of fucking what's it called? What's that card called?
Close?
Fragment? No, not Fragment, dude. Because if it gets
Fragment 3, yeah.
Fragment, they just do it.
If they try to get removed, is it by anything other than battle? You can detach 3 and then
it's deletion. Hold up,
it's just deletion.
Yeah, when this
you gotta bounce it
by trashing any 3 of its Digivolution sources, it isn't deleted. But it has a 2 memory option that literally solves that. Where it's like by trashing any Digimon card with the trait, it's like
honestly put it above Wonder Stomp.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that's where it goes now. Because the promos, my god, without the promos, I'd say it's the king of playable. But like, nah, with the promos, it kind of automatically solved what it would be missing right out the gate. It's like there's a close that's like, oh, you trashed something? Oh, here, you can have it back. It's literally. Like, what? And it's like, oh, dang, I wish I had more D-Digivolve. And they just give you a level 4 with D-Digivolve as the inheritable and with extra search and trash the moment it pushes out of reach.
I think
it's insane.
I think the only issue with this deck, honestly, is that there was no foresight. They just made this like an OTK deck, like kind of out of the blue. A lot of the rock and mineral stuff was like Control-y and Craniumon support. But who the fuck gives about Craniumon? Who the fuck cares about Craniumon? You know what I mean? So.
Fuck that. When I could tuck 3 things, get back, trash this, bro, and put them back, boom.
That's
game.
what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like honestly,
play a 2-cost option that isn't the Craniumon option. Let's go.
So I just think that's the only issue.
It's like a Zubagon Punch and a Breath of the Gods, just without the DP protection. Really,
dog, it's so good.
Crazy.
It's so good. All right, this is Nightmare Spirits right here.
Oh, Nightmare Soldiers,
Nightmare
Iron
Soldiers or whatever. Yeah. I say it's here.
Yeah, this has a lot of diversity in its archetype, right?
No,
it's got red, purple.
I don't think it's above Lilith.
No, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing about this deck, right?
The DNA is cool. I know how it works. I played Burley with it the other day.
Ruin mode is insane.
No, this is what the deck does, right? It plays the generic purple stuff, and it goes into the bounce and spit stuff out. That's what it does. That's exactly what it does. That's how you play it. You don't use that other shit. Just use the purple stuff. Fuck that other shit.
I see.
You only use
You don't need that other stuff, bro. And it's
not so much a Nightmare Soldier as it is a Myotis deck.
Yeah, literally, it's a like Piedmon Myotis toolbox deck. That's what it is, bro.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd put it above Lilith, though.
Okay, that's fair. How about? I think it's worse than Nature Spirits.
I'd put it right there. I'd put it right next to Nature Spirit.
All right, okay. Barbramon locals. Here we go. We're gonna put him below.
Put Barbramon above Dynus because just
Joe's
put it above
not gonna
Dynus.
let anything be below Dynus unless it's
Dynus is literally the lowest tier you can get into in Digimon.
So funny.
All right, here we go.
All right,
everybody got mad at keeping it
and
locals.
The 2 people who believed in the deck, like literally wanted to play it, and we both went, "Damn, this shit just ass." It's literally ass tier if there was an ass tier.
There you go.
Dynus.
There you go. There we go. That one guy that was getting upset at keeping it local. That's giving it too much credit. Hey, Dynasmon left the legacy, bro. He got his own bottom tier, dude. He left the legacy.
Fuck yeah, honestly,
That's
alright,
so
I'm
funny.
All right. So we got a Gallant.
Gallant,
the man, the myth, the legend.
Right below Angels.
Yeah.
Really?
So
Gallant's fucking nasty, bro.
Because here's the thing, the card is crazy. The type of protection
I think they've gotten support for 3 sets now. Gallant has only been eating. It just got 2 more secrets. Bro.
Well,
you're putting it that.
Oh,
you're
one,
okay.
Right? You're saying below Angels.
Dog, okay. Now, hear me out.
You're talking engine.
Now, hear me out. I'm usually the first to be like, oh, we shouldn't really follow Japanese meta that closely because our meta's kind of different. Haha.
Gallant's disgusting.
Gallant is just disgusting. Like
what's his face post? His entire locals run was all Gallant.
Gallant,
He played an entire locals mirror of Gallant. He ran Gallant and played 4 rounds of Gallant. I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
Gallant is one of those things. If you've been playing it long enough, you're going to
that's what I'm saying.
Everybody.
Well, that's why I don't want to put it all the way up there.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, where you place TJ? I'm like, Spider-Man? Oh, yeah.
If Spider-Man gets a hold of all these pieces, he's going to destroy Castle, bro.
He's tier 1.
But he's been playing Gallant since the game came out. That's my thing. A lot of people are jumping on it now because like it's popular and it's good. But
getting the rest of its support.
But hear me out, just like Lord Nightmon X in like the beginning of a meta when it just comes out.
The Boogeyman?
It's the Boogeyman, exactly. It's the Boogeyman. But I will say Gallant now because that's a wild statement, Sheep. I would say Gallant now because of all the support and how easy it is to kind of master the deck now. It's pretty high up. You know, I will honestly say it's pretty high up. And the protection is really good. It's Magna protection.
Yeah, that one's protection is nasty.
Yeah.
It could get stronger than Magna.
Oh, and then it could blast into a protected Crimson Mode Ace. Or no, I guess the Crimson Mode Ace isn't protected because it's the alterns that
right, yeah. But they can blast into a Crimson Mode Ace. They can fucking They got that Megidramon ace that gives plus 5k
That's
to all their
true.
deletion shit, and you can't even
That can
overflow it on the
save
first one.
itself?
It can save itself. You know, it can save itself.
Yeah,
They got all the
that's true.
Takato stuff. They got literally 5
I'm with you.
years of
I just didn't
support.
know you were gonna put it that high. Look,
5 years of support, bro. Like,
Honestly, yeah, that's a good point. I think it does go there. Now that I heard you out, for anyone
crazy that
who's just
Gallant
picking up
better
Gallant
than
for the
Forte.
first time, I think anyone's picking up Gallant for the first time using this,
they're going to
it's
struggle.
probably gonna be like
It's going to be
it's probably gonna be
overwhelming.
like right above Birds, maybe. But for literally everyone else who has experience with the deck, I think that's a pretty good placement. Just tied with Imperialdramon.
You just gotta go. You just gotta take your Gallant pieces, be in a cave for 6 months, and then you'll come out and beat the shit out of everybody. But if you're just getting it at locals now, and you're like, oh, I want to play Gallant, and I heard it's really good in Japan. Don't expect to just win immediately. Like, it's not as like Unga Bunga. I don't want to say brain dead because that's kind of mean, but it's not as like brain dead as like Blue Hybrid, where you literally just do swing Kendo,
The same
go into
thing.
Lobo, go into this, blow up,
5
play things.
turns
You
in a
know,
row.
it's not that complicated. Gallant is a little bit complicated, bro. You gotta really know what the
Well,
fuck you're
and
doing.
because it's also depending how your deck is built, you need to use your certain pieces
That's
at
what
certain
I'm
times.
saying.
So yeah,
if you
Gallant is.
if you try to net deck somebody, that deck is not going to work for you because they fine tune that
You
shit to
can't
their
net
stuff.
deck Gallant.
You cannot.
Sadly, you can't net deck Gallant. That Gallant list that won the regional ended up playing how many Numamon players? 5, 4, 5.
Gallant eats Numamon, though.
Yeah.
But that's why you can't net deck. Like, that's not the deck you want to net deck. The man
Yeah.
literally built to play against
Numamon, yeah,
ran
yeah,
into 5 Numamon players, and no wonder he fucking cooked.
One, yeah. This is Agumon right here. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah,
Agumon. The
What?
ace is very good. But if we're considering it just an Agumon deck, I mean,
I have no
maybe
idea.
right there by Shoes.
Like
Right there by O Forster Shoes. Somewhere right in there. Because it can just kind of swing, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Do I have no security?
You gotta bring
And
back...
you can warp on a Agu.
Agumon.
So
Yeah, that's true. That's
the
true.
deck's interesting. I just don't think the ace is better than the deck.
The ace is
Yeah.
The ace
better
is
than
good.
honestly, yeah.
But like,
same with
you
Gabumon.
can't play it. Yeah. No, first of all, Gabumon's ace is much better. That ace is much better.
Yeah, definitely.
Red did the same thing again. Oh, we trashed the security and deleted. Huh.
Dude,
I wonder how many
that
times
ace-
we've printed that on a red card.
You know what's funny? This Bond Ace actually, ironically, still works better outside of its own deck a little bit. Only
Yeah,
because
it's
like,
a really good ace.
yeah. In its own deck, I will say if you're blasting it over the Goblin late game, you only have 2 sources, so it's like, But if you have a full stack, that thing is it.
It
it's
could
kind of
basically
crazy.
remove anything, really, at that point, if you got a full
Mhm.
stack. And especially after
Oh,
you
if you
do,
don't
like-
got protection, you're
Yeah.
screwed, dude.
Yeah. All right, we got Mother Shoto. I would say this deck is like
Does
the
this-
gatekeeper of locals, bro. This is like,
I was gonna say
It's like
like
Second
bottom of
better.
1.5. Like
yeah,
if you could beat Mother Shoto, you're considered a competitive deck. I think is a
yeah,
good, like
yeah. I don't know. Mother Shoto is like the newbie gatekeeper. Like if you're just coming to the game and you run into Mother Shoto, you're not gonna know what the fuck to do with it. What is your Imperialdramon starter deck gonna do to fucking Mother Shoto, bro? But I think once you get experience at actual Digimon, you can pretty easily deal with this deck because it doesn't really have good draw. I think that's the main issue with it. It doesn't like draw at all. It's like, okay, I got the Shoto, I got the Mother out. I'm gonna just try to make you fight me and the ace over you, and then you get punished for that. So like,
And none of the new gem memory boosts help it either, do they?
no, not at all.
No. Okay. Yeah.
You know, it's literally.
I know they run black hybrids sometimes, but I don't know if Sepia Mem Boost really cares about it.
You play the BT11 Mamemon to throw out a tamer, and you hope you get a tamer. And then you ace on top of the Mamemon, and then the shit gets removed and you do it all over again. That's like the whole deck.
So I guess Arbitramon Ace doesn't help because if it gets removed, you overflow. You don't want to double stack aces like that. So
You don't, but that's the point of the deck. Sadly.
oh
Yeah. And you get my thing. Like, if you have a deck that gets rid of Shotos, you win. Honestly, you win. Well, they can still put blocker on it with the fucking what's What's that tamer? What's that hybrid? The BT12 hybrid. Mercurymon.
Yeah, the old Mercurymon can still give things blocker. The newer Mercurymon gives itself bounce protection.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I think it's at the totally end of 1.5. It's just basically black hybrids. Like honestly, this is how you play a hybrid deck without using the other stuff.
With all the redirect, you kind of invalidate the blocking aspect of it too. So
yeah,
if you have protection, you're good against aces. You should be fine against this.
No, literally. All right, we got Imperialdramon, the people's champion, bro.
All right, what it is? Where are we putting it?
Well, you know, man, shit, dude.
I'd put it right next to your other deck.
But here, yeah, that's about right. It's too much
How
Sword
much
Strip
does
now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's entirely too much Sword Strip. Imperialdramon.
Even non-Sword Strip decks just can, if it's blue, you can expect sources to get stripped in any archetype. Really.
That's my point, dog. It's like it can still hang, 100%. It can still hang, but it's not as good as it was in BT11. BT11 was the best time to play Imperialdramon, honestly, because that shit. That
Nah,
was like,
BT12.
BT12 was fun too.
Yeah.
Because that's when you got the what's her face.
Was that? Oh, Chaos.
Chaos.
Yeah. And you put 12 megas in your deck.
Bro, that's the time when literally Wargrave kept looking at Machiner going, I can't beat it.
It just sits there, dude.
Can't beat it. I can get bigger than it, but he just doesn't go away.
It doesn't go away. I mean, it's kind of good now because since SetCon has kind of like died down a little bit and like DP reduction is kind of lower a little bit too. It can stick around a little bit more, but its worst enemy was degrade, and nobody plays Masty. Nobody really plays SatCon. It has a lot of fucking machine and cyborgs. I think the issue now
closed.
Closed too. I think Club Masty is closed. Yeah. I think the issue with Machinedramon is and funnily enough, is too much support. There's so many fucking cyborg and machine level 5s, you don't even know what to pick anymore. Like it's so wild, dude. It's like I'm like, damn, I'm at 30 cards and it's all level 5s. So that's my thought process. And this is the tier list. Let me get rid of the chat really quick so people can look at it. Yeah.
And I guess for everyone who's skipping to the end just to see the list and what it is, hey, what's up with Dmvdrakes? And the top 3 of tier 1, interchangeable. We're not saying Purple Hybrids is strictly the best deck in the format, just those 3 are like, any of them could really be the best. Same thing for the top 3 of 1.5 and the bottom 3 of 1.5. Those are the only 3 placements that are really mattering. Everything else of 1.5 is just in the Salty Splatoon, just boxing.
It's just boxing. Yeah, the top 3 of the top 3 of any tier and the bottom 3 of any tier is the only thing that really matters. Everything else, like you said, is just interchangeable. I don't really have any other closing remarks. I think we could move Tyrant up a little higher. I think Tyrant could be a little higher, but really it doesn't. It depends on how much removal they're playing. Tyrant loses the options. That's like the only thing it loses to for real.
Yep, and Source Strip, we accidentally put Hex and Scotty on here, so everything in between it is just tied with it. Just see it that way. And
tier 1.5 Dynasmon tiers because one guy got tilted at keep it at locals, and so we made him happy.
We're still gonna do it anyways in the future. It's just Dynasmon is here for now, so we're just giving it.
And Dynasmon is ass. I'm just gonna close with this. Dynasmon is so ass. They should print another option to confirm how ass it is.
It's probably like, okay, if anybody wanted to know our opinions, Dynasmon is probably the worst deck on this list, honestly. But like, we love Dynas though. That's the thing. We don't hate it. It's bad.
So cool. Yeah. And we literally had 3 people go in and build this deck, right? And then after playing it, we went, damn, this shit just sucks.
Because you go to one security just to be a fucking 20k blocker.